It is a booming business due to our troubled economic times, and that is unfortunate because we're talking about suicide hotlines. KTLA's Brandy Hitt here now with a special report and a look inside the walls of one center responding to the rise in desperate calls. Brandy.
So unfortunate, Micah. The statistics are heartbreaking. And at the country's oldest suicide prevention center, located right here in Los Angeles, grief is written on the faces of many of the victims' family members. They are all survivors who are now themselves reaching out. Her son was barely a teenager.
He was 13 when he killed himself. He chose to go into the garage, turn on the car with the carbon monoxide, closing all the doors and the windows, and he died by the carbon monoxide suicide.
Hers, just 19.
It was the saddest day of my life. He used my husband's gun and shot himself in a hotel room. I got a call from the coroner who said, "I'm sorry, your son was found dead today."
She found her husband at home.
I opened the door and there he was in a pile of blood on the floor, laid down and put the gun in his mouth. It's the most horrific thing you can ever imagine.
These ladies, just 3 of the thousands of survivors of suicide. At the Didi Hirsch Center here in Los Angeles, the country's oldest suicide prevention center, President Kita Curry says in this difficult economic climate, sadly, there has been a clear uptick in suicide.
Our calls to the hotline have doubled since the economy collapsed. In our hotline, we found that we're receiving many more calls where people do bring up stresses related to work, finances, mortgages.
Mary Halligan's husband, Lanny, had lost his job.
He got worse and worse, and he said, you know, if I was still working, I could handle this a lot better. He said it's like being in a big black abyss and not seeing any way out.
April Kubachka's young son Kyle could not face the financial road he saw ahead.
On a salary, without going to college, he realized he wasn't going to be able to make it, so he felt hopeless and helpless.
Today, the Didi Hirsch call center is even receiving calls from banks and mortgage companies requesting prevention training.
For the first time in their employees' history, people are saying, I just may as well kill myself, and they don't know how to answer that.
Yet, after these ladies in their grief contemplated suicide themselves,
I said I wanted to go to sleep forever. I wanted to take my pills and never wake up.
They all chose to work with the center to counsel others who are surviving or contemplating suicide.
Didi Hirsch, the survivor group, the support group, those are the ones that made me understand and realize that I had a purpose in life to honor my loved one and to continue to help others.
It's too late to help him, but it's not too late to help somebody else.
Get help, and the sooner the better.
The counselors point out that mental pain is like physical pain. If you break a leg, you go see a doctor, right? Likewise, if you are in mental or emotional pain, you need to seek professional help. The Didi Hirsch Mental Health Services Suicide Prevention Hotline is available 24 hours a day. It is free and anonymous. We posted it on KTLA.com. Just click on the red info button, and you'll also find a link to the Didi Hirsch website itself, where you can find warning signs of possible suicide and help your loved ones out.
All right, Brandy Hitt, thank you for that.